Every list of period dramas recommends the same 5 movies you've already seen. This one won't. Number 6 alone is worth watching for. Ragtime came out in 1981 based on Edgar Lawrence Doctorow's novel. It's set at the turn of the 20th century in New York and follows a bunch of different characters whose lives end up intersecting. You've got this wealthy family in New Rochelle, immigrants trying to make it in the city, and a pianist who gets caught up in events that spiral completely out of control. What makes it similar to the Gilded Age is how it weaves real historical figures into the story. You've got Harry Houdini, President Roosevelt, all mixed in with the fictional characters. The production is lavish, the costumes are gorgeous, and the story moves between all these different storylines in a way that keeps it interesting. If you like the Gilded Age's mix of real history and dramatic storytelling, Ragtime does the same thing. The Bostonians is a James Ivory film based on a Henry James novel. Vanessa Redgrave plays a woman named Olive who brings her cousin Basil, played by Christopher Reeve, to a speaking event. They both meet a young woman named Verena who's an incredible orator. Both Olive and Basil become completely fascinated with her. Olive wants Verena as her protege and forms this intense friendship with her. Basil wants to marry her. And Verena's caught between these two very different people, both trying to shape her future. It's basically a battle over this young woman, with both sides trying to win her over. The movie's got beautiful period details, strong performances, and compelling dynamic. Howard's End is another James Ivory movie, this one set in Edwardian England. It follows 3 families from different backgrounds: the intellectual Schlegel sisters, the wealthy Wilcoxes, and the struggling Basts. And it shows how their lives get tangled together through a country house called Howard's End. The movie's really about relationships and how money affects everything. Romances develop, alliances shift, people make choices based on their circumstances. It's quieter than some period dramas, but the production design is stunning. Everything looks expensive and authentic. Martin Scorsese directed this adaptation of Edith Wharton's novel, set in 1870s New York high society. Daniel Day-Lewis plays Newland Archer, a wealthy lawyer engaged to Mae Welland, played by Winona Ryder. She's the perfect, respectable choice. Then Mae's cousin shows up, played by Michelle Pfeiffer, and Newland falls for her. But he's already engaged, and there are very specific rules about how people in their position are supposed to behave. The whole movie is about this love triangle and what Newland can and can't do given his position in society. It's beautifully shot. Scorsese made every frame look like a painting, and the performances are excellent. The story captures that specific kind of emotional tension where people want things they're not supposed to have. The Portrait of a Lady is Jane Campion's adaptation of another Henry James novel. Nicole Kidman plays Isabel Archer, a young American woman who inherits money and travels to Europe. She befriends a woman named Madame Merrill, played by Barbara Hershey, and she introduces her to Gilbert Osmond, played by John Malkovich. Isabel marries Osmond, thinking he's this cultured, interesting person. After the wedding, she discovers he's not who she thought he was at all. The marriage turns out to be a trap, and Isabel realizes she's been manipulated. It's a darker story than the others here. The movie explores what happens when someone makes the wrong choice and then has to live with the consequences. Nicole Kidman's performance is excellent, and the cinematography is striking. Very different visual style, but still captures that period atmosphere. This one is set in mid-1800s New York. Catherine Sloper is a shy, awkward daughter of a wealthy physician. She's got money but zero confidence. Not exactly the belle of the ball. Then Morris Townsend shows up and starts courting her. For the first time in her life, someone's paying attention to her. She's completely swept up in it. But her father takes one look at Morris and says no way. He's convinced the guy's just after Catherine's inheritance. So now Catherine's caught between this romance and her father telling her she's being played. The whole movie is watching Catherine try to figure out if Morris actually loves her or if her father's right, and whether she's going to let her father make that decision for her or not. Late 1800s, New York high society. Lily Bard is a gorgeous socialite who's completely broke. She's got the name, the connections, the looks, but no money. And in that world, a woman with no money has one job: marry rich. That's the whole game. Problem is, Lily's got feelings for a guy who's not wealthy enough to keep her in the lifestyle she needs. So she's trying to play it smart, make the right moves, marry the right person, but she keeps screwing it up. Every choice she makes is just a little bit wrong. She trusts the wrong people, makes the wrong bets, and slowly everything falls apart. High society doesn't give you second chances, especially when you're a woman trying to stay afloat. It's brutal to watch because you can see it coming and she can't stop it. This one's 19th century England. Reese Witherspoon plays Becky Sharp, who starts out with absolutely nothing and decides she's going to claw her way to the top. She's smart, she's charming, and she knows exactly how to work people. She's not waiting around for some prince to save her. She's going to make her own way up. Becky uses every tool she has. She marries strategically. She manipulates when she needs to. She plays the game better than most of the people who were born into it. The fun part is watching her scheme her way through high society, making moves and taking risks. '18th century England. Dido Elizabeth Belle is the daughter of a Royal Navy captain, and she gets raised in this massive aristocratic household with all the wealth and education that comes with it. But her situation's complicated. Her mother wasn't from that world, so Dido's stuck navigating this weird in-between space where she's part of the family, but also kind of not. While she's dealing with all that, there's this huge legal case happening about a slave ship, and she gets pulled into it. She's got connections to both sides and has to figure out where she stands. It's a gorgeous period drama with the same kind of elegant settings and complicated family dynamics you get in the Gilded Age. Plus, there's romance mixed in with all the other drama.